It's his brother Lyle's turn. He's going to face the same parole board, though different board members.
So NBC4's Robert Kovacik has been covering the hearing for us in San Diego. He joins us from there now live. Robert, 10 hours. There was a lot of information that came out of that hearing yesterday.
A lot of information that was basically thrown at us at the very end because we could not say anything, Lynette and Adrian, throughout the day because we were under such a cone of silence. But good morning to you all from here in the Otay Mesa. Foggy morning here outside the Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility. But by the end of the day, we should have a very clear picture about the fate of the Menendez brothers. The Menendez brothers, as you know, have been something we have all been talking about a lot recently, from Hollywood to headlines, and that is why LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman congratulating the parole board yesterday for not bowing to public spectacle and pressure. But as you take a look here at the correctional facility where both brothers have been housed now for several years together, we can break down what is going to happen today. Remember, ever since the pandemic, these parole hearings are being done remotely, so Lyle will face the parole board. It is scheduled to begin at 8:30 this morning from here in San Diego, parole commissioners in Los Angeles. And then as you take a look at the one picture that they released of Eric facing the parole board yesterday, will Lyle sort of suffer sort of the same questions and ultimately the same fate? The parole board really focusing on the crimes that took place on North Elm Drive in Beverly Hills when Jose and Kitty Menendez were shot down by their children in those shotgun murders that happened on August 20th, 1989, 36 years and 2 days. Now they will focus on that, and will they also focus on prison violations? Lyle's prison violations are said to be very similar to Eric's violations, but we don't know if they are as extensive. Will they also focus on Lyle's accomplishments? We learned yesterday that, for instance, Eric got his degree from UCLA just a few months ago in June. So they will focus on that as well. And what about the family? Remember, guys, family members, about 20 of them, came forward yesterday and spoke on behalf of Eric Menendez. Those family members, all of those witnesses, are expected to do the exact same thing today. It is, as their high-powered attorney, Mark Garrigo, says, an exhausting process for them because they're going to have to go through this trauma once more today. Will the family play a factor? They were apparently compelling. They were in tears yesterday, but it did not make the difference. Eric Menendez, as we have been discussing, denied parole, won't be up again for 3 more years.
Well, Robert, you have talked extensively with Lyle in previous years. What do you think his attitude is going to be going into today? Because as you pointed out, statistics are not in his favor. And then with Eric being denied parole, anecdotally, it kind of paints a bleak picture for Lyle.
And remember, this all sort of started with an NBC docuseries in 2017, and that is when we had an opportunity to speak extensively with Lyle Menendez. And we asked him specifically at that point, because remember, up until a few months ago, these are 2 men, now approaching 60, that were told from the moment they were convicted twice, they were never getting out of prison. So we asked him, do you ever think about the days of possibly getting out? And he said, and I'm quoting here, absolutely not. It is too torturous a thought, but I never give up hope. And so today, will there be hope for Lyle Menendez? There was plans for a protest here. Eric Menendez's stepdaughter planning on holding a peaceful protest outside of the prison today, so outraged about what happened to her stepfather, Eric Menendez, and the decision yesterday. That protest has been put on hold, she says, because she wants to give, and I'm quoting here, the parole board the benefit of the doubt when it comes to her uncle, Lyle. We should know more in a few hours. And Lynette, as you pointed out, yesterday was a very long day, 10+ hours for the parole board. Will we have the same length of time today? And will we have the same outcome? Stay with NBC4. We're going to be here all day bringing you complete coverage. I'm Robert Kovacik, live this morning here deep in San Diego County. Let's go back to you.
All right. We'll look forward to your reports throughout the day. Thank you for that, Robert Kovacik, reporting for